Hello everybody, this is TheXseption, and welcome to week 5, I think it is, of the WPE. This week, myself and the Tampa Bay Luxrays will be taking on, not Data Dave, KidPuzzle, and the Emolga Enforcers. So, Dave was not available to do the battle. Apparently, he's going to E3, and he had some prep stuff to do, so I am battling KidPuzzle instead. And we are going to get this battle underway here. And we'll see how it goes, what he's bringing. Down below you can see what I am bringing. And let's see, how correct were we? We were incorrect on a few things, in fact. But that's okay. I'm kind of glad there's no Cincino. Espeon will be kind of annoying. He brought both Vaporeon and Espeon, which is fine. But it will be annoying because they are a very good defensive core there. But what else does he have? So, Ninetales over Rotom. Ninetales over Rotom. We have everything else correct here. Yes, we do. Our lead is going to be Milotic. I'm kind of thinking I should have put Haze on Milotic right now because of the Ninetales, but I think we'll be okay. You know what? No, because... No, we are going to leave Milotic. My second thoughts will not get to me this time. We'll see how this goes. I'm feeling a little bit out of practice because last week we had to take a forfeit win. Our opponent was just unable to battle for whatever reason, so we're taking a win for last week. There was no battle, and because of that, I feel a little rusty. And I've been busy this week, so prep wasn't that great, although I did have some time to get some prep in. So Floaty Kitten is Lando. Okay, so we made a good lead here then. Him having Lando. I wanted to run Adrenaline Orb on Milotic. My AC convinced me that this matchup would never happen, but of course in the lead matchup it happens, because that's how things work. I think I'm going to hit Dragon Tail because he's most likely going to U-turn out. If he doesn't U-turn, will we know if he's Scarfed? I don't think so. Milotic is base 81. Lando is base 91, so unless it's like a negative speed nature, which would be weird, we wouldn't know if it was Scarfed or not just off of this. But he can just hit U-turn here, and I am going to hit Dragon Tail, maybe? Maybe I just hit Hydro Pump. I'm gonna hit Hydro Pump here, because he's just gonna U-turn out. Yeah. We'll hit Hydro Pump. The only thing that wants to come in here is going to be Vaporeon, and I could have predicted that, but I'm just gonna stay in and take it. I probably, yeah, I probably should have hit Dragon Tail here. Water Absorb. Right, it gets that. That's annoying. But I'm going to hit Dragon Tail now, because I assume it's... Well, it can't do anything to me, I guess. But I'm going to hit Dragon Tail. And I want to try to get Drapion in here to set up Toxic Spikes, because he has no way to get rid of Toxic Spikes. The only bad thing would be Espeon coming in, but Espeon doesn't really want to come in on Drapion and take a knockoff or anything, so... he's just hitting Scald here, which is fine. We're going to Dragon Tail this out. It does nothing to it. So Ninetales coming in. So that's Snow coming out. I kind of want to recover here. I know he's probably going to set up... probably going to set up Aurora Veil, which would be annoying, but... what can you do? I gotta recover here because of the Flame Orb. I ran Flame Orb for the extra defenses this week, just so I could switch into Lando. I don't plan on running Flame Orb every week, but it just happened to work out this way. So, the Aurora Veil is up, which is going to be annoying. Extremely annoying. I wonder if I could bring in Doublade here. Dude, Blade's probably not the best thing to bring in. I'm going to count Drapion. Drapion is a little bit specially defensive this week. That way it can take some hits. Not specifically from Ninetales, but well, they're special attackers, and so it can set up its spikes. I have Whirlwind on it. It looks like this thing isn't going to do too much. The Aurora Veil is up, which is going to be extremely annoying for probably 8 turns, I would assume. But, you know, we'll do what we have to do here. We have to play defensively for now. I kind of want to send in Drapion and hit... Well, I can't hit knockoff right off the bat. And it's not a huge deal if Espeon comes in, because... yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what to say now. That's extremely annoying. There's a 20% chance to break out of freeze every turn if you don't have a fire move. And there's no limit to how long you can be frozen. So that's going to put a damper on this game here. Crap. I'm going to hit Toxic Spikes. Probably lost Drapion here, but, you know. Can't do much now. I mean, got frozen. That's how it goes, I guess. What should we do? I'm just gonna let it go down. I don't see any other play to make here. So we see Freeze Dry, Moonblast, Aurora Veil, and Blizzard. So those are the 4 moves on Ninetales. I'm going to bring in... I think I'm going to bring in Excalibur here. Set up the Swords Dance, maybe? Maybe I just go for the Iron Head. I don't know. Oh, that just blows so badly. That I got frozen there. What if I bring in Charizard? So... I gotta set up Charizard so that it's Mega. We got time. We got 57 seconds. So dash Mega, dash X. All right. So even with the reflecting light screen up, Flare Blitz should kill this. So I'm just gonna send it in. He's likely to send out Vaporeon here, right? So if he sends out Vaporeon, we're not going to do too much with a Thunder Punch, unfortunately. But it is our... Apparently apparently Roost didn't get saved onto Charizard. This week is not my week, guys. I'm gonna hit Thunder Punch though, because I know it's coming in. Oh, okay. So this is his switch to Charizard. Well, that's interesting. I guess that makes sense though, because of Charizard, if it got a D-Dance up, it would be -1 on attack, or negative on attack. Anyways, Lando comes in. Probably, he could go for Earthquake here. I'm going to switch into Milo. Milo is always going to be my switch in. I think I'm going to hit Dragon Tail if he stays in and just goes for the EQ. I think that'll be my play. Yeah, there's the EQ. That does a lot, even with the Flame Orb, unfortunately. We'll get to see here, actually, if he is Scarfed or not. If he switches. I'm going to hit Recover. I'm just going to hit Recover. Does he go into Vaporeon? This is going to be the hardest thing for him to deal with, is Milotic. It counters his team pretty well. Vaporeon, Ninetales can't do much to it because they can't poison it. Specifically, Espeon can't do much, I don't believe. Infernape, Lando, and Celesteela will struggle to fight it off. He's just going to bring in this. I guess he assumed I was going for Toxic there. And then he would bounce it back, but of course I'm burned, so it doesn't really matter. I kind of want to hit Hydro Pump. I think he'll just go into Vaporeon, though. I'm going to hit Dragon Tail. I'm just going to hit Dragon Tail. Get something else in here. Substitute. Again with the Substitute. Great. Great. This is just great. Got swept 6-0 by Sub Keldeo a couple weeks ago. And now Espeon does this to me. I need to run Haze on this. That's what I need to do. It's going to set up a nasty plot here, I would assume. Do I just hit Hydro? I think so. I can't really send anything else on Espeon right now. Calm Mind. Even worse. Even worse. Alright, so what comes in here? Can I send in... Does he go for another sub? I would assume he just goes for another sub. I think we can switch in Hippowdon on this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch in Hippowdon. Hippowdon can take... Oh, crap. Is that +1? Yeah, we can take a hit. A hit. I'm going to switch into Hippowdon, though. I had to break the sub. I hope he sets up a new sub here. He goes for Calm Mind. Okay. Now he's at +2. I can take this hit. I can take one hit. I can take one. Hopefully I can Whirlwind this out and it goes into like Infernape or something. Celesteela would be fine. But I'm going to hit Whirlwind. Did he just go for a Psychic? Guys. I feel... I'm out of this. My brain is not working today. It's just not. I kind of just want to hit Shadow Sneak. How much does that do? This is Doublade, not Excalibur. That's just its nickname. Shadow Sneak does a decent amount. Psychic is going to hurt, I would assume. And does it have HP Fire? Possibly. It has Psychic and Calm Mind. If it has HP Fire, what's it going to do? It might just sweep me here. It kills me. It kills me if it has HP Fire. I'm going to hit Shadow Sneak then. It has HP Fire. Shadow Ball. That's going to kill too. That'd kill more. We might just lose. We might just lose here. That blows so badly. I can't just send this in, can I? Can I hit U-turn on this? I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna hit U-turn. U-turn might kill it. U-turn with Azelf here. Good. He gets to know what I'm sending in, though. We are in a very bad spot. If Hippowdon didn't take that hit, we'd be much better off right now. Because Milotic basically has to wall everything that's left. And without Drapion to set up the Toxic Spikes, Vaporeon's a huge problem. I can't send this in because I just U-turned it out. I guess we're going into Milotic because I can't go into Charizard because he'll just send out Landorus. So my best bet is Milotic here. Just try to wall him. Wall whatever he sends in. Good news, though. I'm not getting 6-0'd again. Maybe we can pull out a win after all, you know. Celesteela coming out. It's fine. I wonder what... This thing can't touch Milotic. It could Leech Seed us, which would be annoying, but... Because it would force us to switch out, essentially. Let's assume it's specially defensive, because why not? Because that would hurt us the most. Does it get Roost? I don't know. I don't know if it gets Roost. Kind of want to hit Dragon Tail. Leaning towards Ice Beam, though. Wish I hadn't gotten rid of Toxic last minute. But I'm gonna hit Ice Beam. I don't know what this thing wants to do to me other than set up a Leech Seed. And if he wants to stay in and risk getting frozen, that's okay. I think I might switch. Switch, come in, go for the Flare Blitz, just hit it. I don't know. Milotic's gonna be at half health right now. About. Can we just go into Charizard? How much does Azelf do to this? With, Fire Blast. It could do a decent amount. I think I gotta heal up Milotic here. I have to. Because it has to be able to switch in on Landorus. And it can't do that if it's not at full health. I mean, it could, but it would die on the next turn, most likely. So we're just going to do that. We're Leech Seeded. And we're stuck. So I have to hit Dragon Tail here. Nothing else I can hit. Probably going to put us at half health again. Which sucks, because of that Leech Seed. But it's all I can do. I can either Dragon Tail or I can hope for the freeze. And this thing Did I just hit Hydro Pump? I meant to hit Dragon Tail. This game, I'm off. I'm just off. I can't switch though, because obviously nothing else wants to take a Scald. So I'm gonna hit Dragon Tail here. I know I should probably heal up, but we only have so many recovers. And I think I can take a hit from almost anything that comes in. It's going to be close if Lando comes in, but I think we might be able to still take a hit. This is the best thing to come in right now, because I'm just going to hit recover. Does it stay in? Can it kill us? I don't think it can. Maybe it can. We are on pretty low health, but I think we'll live. Fake out. Fake out. Fake out. That's great. That's great. So I think we've lost this now, because we don't have a Lando switch in. And Landorus is at full health. And lots of other things. So, I think I'm going to switch in Azelf, hit Psyshock. We're Scarfed. Maybe he thinks I'm going for a Z move. I don't know. I'm going to hit Psyshock, though. I'm just going to hit it. Hopefully something comes in and takes it not very well. Celesteela would suck right now, but I don't think he's going to switch that in because I could very well have Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave doesn't really hurt Celesteela, but... Alright, so Lee's coming in. Celesteela. Damn. 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 So we're going into Charizard. We're just going into it. Gonna hit Flare Blitz. I think we've lost, but I'm still going to play this out. Try to get as good a differential as we can. He's just going for the Heavy Slam, so he knows that we're in a terrible spot, and he can afford to play risks and stuff like that where we can't. Especially since I have no Roost. But he doesn't know I don't have Roost. I kind of want to hit Dragon Dance here, but Landorus just comes in. Flare Blitz doesn't kill, does it? I'm just gonna hit Flare Blitz. I'm just hitting it. Landorus comes in. Yeah. Cool. Cool, cool. It's gonna take this pretty well. Probably for like 30%, I would guess. Half. That's a lot. Does he hit EQ here? Does he hit EQ? Does he hit EQ? Yes, he does. I'm going into Azelf. We're going to play this out here. Earthquake! Or Levitate. Best play I've made this entire game so far. I'm going to hit U-turn. I assume he's Scarfed. He's going to find out we're Scarfed here. Because we'll be faster. Was that a good play? That might not have been a good play to hit U-turn here, actually. Because if he hits U-turn, then he gets the switch priority. But he most likely can't hit U-turn here because he would be Scarfed. He just withdraws, so he is Scarfed. He's not going to find out that we're Scarfed just yet. But we are going to make a play. And we're going to bring Charizard in here. Hit Thunder Punch. I guess. Do we just hit Thunder Punch? That's all we can do. Just bring in Charizard and hit Thunder Punch. Maybe we live a Scald, maybe we don't. Depends on how defensive this thing is, if it can live 2 Thunder Punches. If he switches in Lando here, that would be annoying, but definitely a possibility. gonna hit Thunder Punch. There's no reason for him to switch or anything here. Yeah, he's just gonna take the Thunder Punch. Oh, it does a good amount, but do we die to the Scald and does the leftovers? We don't die to the Scald, which is good. I wish I could Roost here, but man, I looked over these Pokemon like 3 times. I don't know how I missed that I didn't have Roost. And like Roost is such a default move, you know? It's Thunder Punch, full para, full para. Okay, well, next turn. Thunder Punch, para, full para. Or I hit Flare Blitz. I hit Flare Blitz, expecting Landers to come back in. Vaporeon, I can't win with Vaporeon still out here. Scald's gonna kill me, there's no reason to switch. Son of a! Should have hit Flare Blitz. That would have been the thing to hit. I'm going to go into Hippowdon here. I'm going to sack Hippowdon off. I can't win. Charizard's too low health to Flare Blitz both the Landorus and Celesteela. So I've lost for sure. But hey, maybe we can make some moves, you know? So, can I live a knockoff? And, well, it doesn't really matter because we're faster. But I'm going to hit Hidden Power. Go for that HP Ice. No! He's switching. Yeah. Yeah. He must think we're Scarfed now. I mean, we have switched out a few times, which makes sense. I think I'm going to sack off Charizard here. No. I'm not gonna. I'm Scarfed in, so there's nothing else to do. Sack off Charizard. Try to get another kill with Azelf. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think this is gonna be a 5-0. Because if he goes into Celesteela once Azelf is out there and I hit Fire Blast, then it's going to take that Fire Blast pretty badly. Then he's going to switch back into Vaporeon here, which is going to take out Azelf eventually. So, yeah. That's going to be it. Man, I came into this thinking I had a good matchup there. The freeze at the beginning mattered a lot. Me not putting Roost on Charizard mattered a lot. I didn't play this game that well, but man, that freeze really did suck. Because if I could have set up the Toxic Spikes there, all his switching would have hurt him quite a bit. I'm gonna hit Fire Blast here. Maybe he goes into Celesteela, takes his Fire Blast and dies. It's at near full health though, so it's not going to die. But we are going to hit Fire Blast. That is going to be our final move. He's going to switch out because he's not going to let this thing die. We can get that 5-0 for the Emolga Enforcers, I assume. Although we could miss. He's just going to go for the Protect. After the leftovers damage, or leftovers recovery, we probably won't be able to finish it off with a Fire Blast. Yeah, it's a little too high, I think. We'll see, though. Maybe we get a high roll. Maybe he switches. He just switches. Yeah, he's gonna try to pull off that that 5-0, that glorious 5-0. I haven't felt that feeling in a while. Crit! We got a crit! That's what we needed to get a 4-0 if we had killed the Celesteela. That's great. Great. There's no reason to protect here. Just kill me. I mean, I guess there is a reason to protect, actually, because because he can't kill me with Scald in one hit. And I guess he has to see if I'm locked in or not. I am totally locked in. So I'm just going to be hitting Fire Blast here until I run out of moves. Only got 4 left. He's wishing. Okay, you can wish. I'm going to run out of Fire Blasts. I only had 8, and they're almost all gone. But we'll go for the last 3 here. There's the Toxic. Which I knew he would bring for Milotic, specifically. Which is also another reason why I ran Flame Orb on Milotic. So that he couldn't Toxic it with Vaporeon here. Because I knew that the matchup would be Vaporeon versus Milotic multiple times. They're just good switch-ins to each other. Neither can do very much. So the Flame Orb and the Dragon Tail were nice there. Scald coming through. Will that kill us? It will not. But we will die next turn. And we'll get our last Fire Blast off. Do we have a Fire Blast left? I think we have 1 left. We should have 1. We got 1! Last Fire Blast. Get a Super Crit! No. No Super Crits. Not in this game. Well, that is good game. Good game. KidPuzzle. The Emolga Enforcers. Man, that battle. Beat down. That's what that was. My head was just not in the game. And that freeze really hurt at the beginning. Especially taking me out of the game. But it is what it is. Good game. Good game for sure. We'll save that. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I know that people getting beat down isn't exactly the greatest thing to watch, but hey, maybe next week we can come back and pull off a win. We'll be facing We'll be facing the Ashton via Ampharos, if I'm saying that right. I'm saying it as if it were Spanish, but they just beat Cap and the Toronto Swab Blue Jays, which is the team that 6-0'd us. They beat Cap 4-0. So, man, next week is not looking good. We'll see how it goes, though. Hopefully we can get some wins this season. I was really looking forward to becoming a champ in this league, but I'm slowly dwindling here. Anyways, guys, peace out. I'll see you next week.